Let's start solving this one by first putting it into standard form, right? Let's add 3 to both sides, so we'll get 4x squared minus 4x plus 3 is 0. And now we're in standard form, right? ax squared plus bx plus c is 0. So we can identify a, b, and c. So a is the coefficient of the quadratic term, which is a 4. B, right, b is the coefficient of that linear term. Now, linear term up here, the coefficient is negative 4. And c is the constant, right? C is that constant, which is 3. Put these into the quadratic formula. We'll have x equals, right, quadratic formula, negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Substitute, we'll get x equals negative b, so negative 4 plus or minus the square root of b, negative 4 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 4, times c, which is 3, all over 2a, 2 times 4. So we'll get x equals negative 4 is a 4, plus or minus the square root of negative 4 squared is 16, and then where are we over here? Negative 4 times positive 4 is negative 16. Negative 16 times 3 is negative 48, so minus 48 all over 8. Now I'll do that up here. So x is equal to 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 minus 48 is negative 32 all over 8. Now I see it negative, so I'm going to take an I out right away. And then we can deal with the 32. All right, so x is 4 plus or minus I. Now that 32, break it into two numbers, one of which you know the square root. How about 16 and 2? Now I could use 4 and 8, but then I could break 8 down further. So pick the biggest square that you know. So this will give us x equals 4 plus or minus, now square root of 16 is 4. So I'm going to write that 4 and then the I, 4i. I'm left with the square root of 2 over 8. Now both these terms in the numerator have a 4 in them, so I'm going to take that 4 out. So we'll get 4, and then what's left? Well, if you take the 4 out and you've got a 4 there, there's a 1 left, right? Makes sense? 4 times 1 is 4. Plus or minus, now I remove the 4, so it's I square root of 2 all over 8. And that 4 will go into that 8 twice, so I'll write it up here. X is equal to 1 plus or minus I square root of 2 all over 2. Or if you like it into the a plus bi form, you could write it as 1/2 plus square root of 2 over 2i. In fact, just make it 1/2 plus or minus the square root of 2 over 2, and then write the I out at the very end, because that's of this form, a plus bi.